rising up. You don't really know I shine. Me, I got something that I need to prove. I cannot lose, nah. Everything I do that really is news. You look confused, why? You are what you choosing to do. Me, I've been making the moves, paying my dues, getting this done with the fam. Y'all know that I am the dude. Bend that low, hit that high, got that hustle, got that drive. One more time, best alive. I want it all, everything mine.
And lastly, probably the most beat up position group out of every single position group in the NFL. Man, the tight ends is already a scarce position year in and year out. I mean, there's typically 5 guys and then a bunch of jags. And if you don't know what a jag is, it stands for just another guy, and that is not a compliment in the NFL. You want to be the guy, not just another guy. But pretty much every year the tight end group is, you got 5 studs and just a bunch of jags. And if you don't get one of those top guys, you end up flip-flopping these random tight ends all year long. But when those guys go down, it don't look good. I mean, you go down the list here. Hayden Hurst, ankle, Achilles, limited practice. Hawkinson, knee. He's still on IR. He's going to be on IR until week 7. At least week 7. Hunter Henry in New England. New England uses their tight ends 41.7% of the time. That leads the NFL by 7%. That's a huge margin. They are tight end heavy, and they lost Hunter Henry. David Njoku, ankle, did not practice. He's doubtful. Evan Ingram, hamstring issue, did not practice. Doubtful. Trey McBride, did not practice. Doubtful. Sam Laporta, high ankle sprain. Although he returned to the game, he got carted off. He's not some weak dude. Limited practice this week. Probable. And then Travis Kelce, he's got his head 6 foot up Taylor Swift's ass, and nobody's seen him on a football field yet. So those are literally probably your top 8 tight ends, all gone. I mean, this is a shit show at this position. So, good news. I'm here to save the day. I got some dudes for you. I'm going to give you 4 guys that you can use this week that are going to be heavily involved. Number 1, Brenton Strange in Jacksonville. How the fuck is he still available in 84% of your fantasy leagues? Evan Ingram's been out for weeks. This isn't like breaking news. People know about Brenton Strange and they're just not adding him. How? When the tight end group looks the way that it does right now, how is Brenton Strange available in 84% of the leagues? He's by far Trevor Lawrence's favorite red zone target. Not only that, he's getting 5.5 targets per game. How? This dude is a massive athletic tight end, and he's one of only 13 tight ends in the NFL who has a touchdown. If you haven't noticed, Jacksonville's offense looks pretty bad. But the only dude who's looked pretty damn good is Brenton Strange. Not only that, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going against Houston, who's 27th in stopping the tight end. So, for the love of God, get this guy on your roster. The second tight end that you need to add this week is Jordan Akins in Cleveland. Obviously, he is David Njoku's backup. Jordan Akins is available in 98% of your fantasy football leagues. Since David Njoku has gone down, this man has done nothing but get 7 targets last week. 7 targets. Now, he only had 22 yards. And this isn't really an offense that uses their tight ends very much. They're only going to their tight ends 11.8% of the time. That's why I would definitely have him higher. But I mean, shit, 7 targets? I think that percentage is going to go up a little bit. And this is not a Cleveland offense that's looked good. And I would advise Deshaun Watson maybe to keep the passes shorter. And it's sad that the NFL has to do that because the quarterback play is shitty, especially when you consider the money they paid this dude. If y'all haven't noticed, I hate Deshaun Watson. Cannot stand him. He Goes against everything that I love about the sport. But he's got to throw it to somebody. Deshaun Watson's going to have plenty of opportunity to throw the football, and Jordan Akins coming in for David Njoku. This could be rock solid. They're playing against Las Vegas. Las Vegas is actually in the top half in stopping the tight ends, so you're not getting like a great matchup here. There's a couple reasons why I don't have them higher, but man, as far as a 1 week streamer, I really like this guy. The third tight end that I'm going to give you is Brock Wright in Detroit. Brock Wright is available in 99% of your fantasy leagues. I have him third on my list. They're playing Seattle. Seattle is 19th against stopping the pass. Now, everybody knows about Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta is probably going to play. If he was out, I probably would have this dude number 2. But the reason that I have him number 3 is because Sam Laporta is going to play and he's going to be on limited snap count. Another reason is because they have not been using their tight ends at all. And Jared Goff has the 5th most passing attempts in the NFL, but they're only using tight ends 13% of the time, which is way down on the list. Probably about 24th, 25th, 26th, somewhere in that range as far as tight end usage goes, which pisses me off to high hell because of how much stock and value I put into Sam Laporta. And it's not like Sam Laporta forgot how to run a route and catch it. They're just not putting an emphasis on getting him involved. But Brock Wright could catch Seattle off guard. There's not like a tremendous amount of film on this dude. And if you look at the targets per game that he got when Sam Laporta went out, and he got 5 targets. And he turned that into 34 yards. Not only that, but he got a red zone look too. So all my prop bettors out there, Brock Wright, anytime touchdown, probably has pretty damn good return. But they're going against the Seattle defense who's pretty stout. I mean, they're not stout, but they haven't looked like they have a tremendous amount of holes in their defense. They're pretty solid all around. They're not like the greatest at anything, but they're 19th against stopping tight ends. They're only giving up a half a point more than their average production, fantasy point-wise. But, man, I really like the 5 targets per game. And the last dude that I'm going to give you, and I probably should bump him up a little bit more, is Austin Hooper. Austin Hooper plays for New England, who leads the NFL in targets to tight ends at 41.7. The only reason that I didn't put Austin Hooper higher is A, they're playing against San Francisco, and out of all the shit that San Francisco has done over the last 2 weeks to look completely inept on defense, giving up yardage to tight ends has not been one of them. They're 12th in the NFL right now as far as production allowed to tight ends. So don't really love the matchup here. And then the other reason that I have Austin Hooper ranked 4th is that the 4 targets that he's been getting per game, he's only been averaging 19 yards. So this isn't a guy who, I mean, Austin Hooper's been around for a long time. We know who Austin Hooper is, but he's just not in his prime. And when you're only translating 4 targets per game into 19 yards per game, the only real value that you have at that point are the targets and the receptions. I have him on this list to add this week simply because they just rely on the tight ends. And if Hunter Henry's not going to be on the football field, Austin Hooper's your guy.
How you play the game with the people that writing the rules? Ain't the fame that I'm after when paying the dues. I've been through the pain that's reflected in the attitude. Might be winning now, but the thing is that I had to lose. So go and tell me what you really want to do. And lonely at the top, cause there ain't a lot of room. Ain't no other option, it's all I ever knew. So I'ma get it poppin', you know how I'ma do. I've been down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you gon' know I'm a threat. Up and down.